I can want to do something for myself and lock in on myself and it be for me and not for someone else. We're really geared to believe that we have to give everything to and for someone else. We're losing weight, we're doing it for other people. If we're putting on makeup, it's because we want to catch a man. No, baby, I can do it for me. I can want to do it for me. Now other people benefit. You need to do these things for you first. Hey y'all, today we coming in hot with some real talk that might make you uncomfortable. Being selfish. And why it's one of the best things you could do for yourself and the people around you. Listen, at 41, as a career professional, a mama, a wife, I've learned a thing or two about the things it takes to build the life that you want, not anybody else. And listen, sometimes that means choosing you when everybody else thinks you're crazy. Quick question, who else in here is tired of putting themselves last? Go ahead and click like if you're ready for that change. Let me go ahead and paint you a picture so you can see what I'm saying. Years of grinding through school, moving away from everything familiar. And for me, that was to chase education, putting my dreams first, even when other people tried to call me self-centered. Sound familiar? That's right. I'm talking about locking in on your goals, even when it feels like you're going against the grain. You want to know what all those years of delayed gratification got me? A career I love, a beautiful family, and the ability to show up as my best self in all of it. But this didn't happen by accident, baby. This had to be planned. It happened because I learned the art of healthy selfishness. Because look, lean in. Here's the truth bomb. That feeling when you're stretched so thin that you could literally scream, when everyone else emergencies and bad planning become your emergencies. Can I get an amen? Yeah, we putting the end to that today. Putting yourself first isn't just necessary, it's absolutely needed for survival and success. And trust me, mama got the receipts to prove it.
Drnina, the girl next door, beautiful brown baby doll.
Let me take you back to my little dusty moment that changed everything. I was in a relationship where I was constantly finding myself putting someone else's dreams ahead of mine. Y'all know the type. They're pursuing their goals with full force while you're putting yours on hold to be supportive. One morning, I had this massive wake-up call. I'm watching this person chasing their dreams without a second thought, not even thinking about mine. In a way, they were being completely selfish about their own goals. While I'm over here trying to twist and turn myself into knots to be perfect, and I ain't no pretzel. And you know what hit me? They weren't wrong for choosing themselves. I was wrong and crazy for not choosing me. The bets should have been on me. That breakup, it wasn't the end of a relationship, just a relationship. It was about me starting a relationship with myself and realizing I deserve to come first. It was about realizing if somebody else could be so unapologetic with their dreams, so could I. And the decision that I took to choose myself, it set the tone for everything that came thereafter. My education, my career moves, every major decision. Because once you realize that you deserve to put yourself first, there's absolutely no going back. Okay, so now that we're talking about those decisions, picture this. I'm in my late 20s, I already invested all those years in my education, and I get an amazing opportunity that everybody believes I should take. Great money, closer to home, the safe choice. But this time, I knew better than to sacrifice my vision for what everybody else wanted. I was locked in, baby, and nobody else was going to derail my path. So you wondering how you get here? That's how. Today, I'm sharing my top 5 tips for mastering the healthy art of selfishness. This isn't just a theory. These are the exact strategies that help me to build my career, create my beautiful family life, and stay true to my goals, even when it felt impossible. Tip 1 is the power of the pause. Y'all, this one saved my life, my whole life. When I was making the big decision to move for my education, everybody, they mama and they uncle had an opinion. But I learned to take a good 24-hour pause before any big decision. Ask yourself, does this align with my long-term vision? Not your mama's, not your friends, yours. Do I actually have the time and the energy for this? Because burnout is real and your girl been there. What future opportunities am I saying no to by saying yes to this? Because a gamble is a gamble. Tip 2 is to set your non-negotiables. Listen, as a mama, wife, and career woman, if I don't protect my non-negotiable, everything else falls apart. I want you to drop a lock in the comment or at least an amen if you're ready to lock in on those non-negotiables. Let me get real with you about health for a second, okay? There was a time in my life where I put everything else first, and that's why I found myself at my heaviest point. Work, relationships, everybody else's needs. My health, dead last, dead ass. Sound familiar? Let me know if you've been there. But here's what changed. I realized that without my health, I had nothing. Absolutely nothing. No energy for my dreams, no patience for my family, no clarity for my goals. So then I had to make the choice to make selfish decision, non-negotiable workout time. Yes, even when deadlines are looming. Meal prep Sundays or whatever day you make them. Because fast food and everything else is not fuel for your success. Regular checkups and self-care. Put it in your calendar like any other important meeting. Mental health breaks. Normalize saying, I need a minute. And let me tell y'all, the moment I started treating my health like a non-negotiable, everything else in my life improved. I don't swear, but I promise everything changed. My productivity up. My patience better. My energy was through the roof. And with this, there's other non-negotiables that you can lock into. Your growth time. Those early morning study sessions, that was how I made it through school. Your career development hours, even if it meant saying no to fun plans that are temporary. Your sleep schedule, because burnout ain't a badge of honor. It ain't cute. Lock in on these like they're a diamond in a vault. And here's my question for you. Which non-negotiable are you struggling to protect? Let me know down in the comments. And bonus story time, y'all. I can remember when I did lose all that weight back in my early 20s. And I remember going home and a person that I really love, right? They didn't know much better, but they said to me, hey, are you interested in someone? And I'm like, what do you mean? And they were like, are you dating? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, oh, that's the only reason why people lose weight like that and keep it off. And how dare that person? They didn't know any better though. First off, the patriarchy. Okay. Secondly, I can want to do something for myself and lock in on myself and it be for me and not for someone else. The thing about women, especially Black women, is that we're really geared to believe that we have to give everything to and for someone else. We're losing weight, we're doing it for other people. If we're putting on makeup, it's because we want to catch a man. No, baby, I can do it for me. I can want to do it for me. Now, other people benefit, okay, because mama be looking good and fly. But they definitely ain't got to be the reason. You need to do these things for you first. Tip 3 is the art of the graceful no. This one is especially for my people pleasers. Baby, I've been there. I've been there. But if for nothing else, this economy right now needs to make you not be a people pleaser. But enough of that. When I decided to move away for better opportunities, I had to learn to say no to a lot of, but we need you here guilt trips. Here are my tested and approved responses. Go ahead and write these down. Get your paper out. I love you, but this is something I need to do for my future. I know this is important to you, but I'm locked in on my goals right now. No blinking. Your support means everything, but I have to say locked in on my path. Y'all got it? You wrote it down? Okay, let's move on. Tip 4, invest in yourself first. Remember how I talked about delayed gratification? This is where it shows up. Your education. Yes, even when it means years of sacrifice for you. Your savings. That emergency fund isn't selfish, it's smart. Your skill development. Every single extra hour of practice counts. And your dreams. They're not just wishes, especially if you're willing to work for them. Keep in mind that a lot of times other people will believe that the things you do are motivated by others. But let me tell you something as a clinical professional, that's a projection. A lot of times we believe that you have to be motivated by someone or something else in order for you to go after it for you. And I'm going to tell you why, because in this world, we're taught that if you're selfish, it's ugly, it's wrong. You got to be given to somebody else. But I don't get here not thinking about myself. And I am no longer ashamed to say it. Now, it took me a while to get there. It was about my mid-30s that I realized that this game is not a game, okay? This is your life. You only get one. You can't live it for nobody else. Yes, it's great to give to other people, and there are pockets and buckets for that. And sometimes you make those decisions based on what you feel and not what other people guilt you into doing. Is it really worth doing because it's based on guilt? Are you really doing it for the greater good of other humans if it's based on guilt? Absolutely not. You're trying to absolve yourself of feeling bad because you're giving everything else away. And you will tell yourself that that's the only way to reap the benefits, positive regard, or the only way that God will love you. But let me tell you something. Even Jesus had to take time for himself. Even Jesus had to get away from his friends and do other things in his family and walk away. I'm going to tell you that there are often selfish motivations motivations that we have demonized in our world that are not absolutely worth it at all. You deserve to be free. You deserve to have something that is only yours, and you deserve to push further for those things. So don't let other people's unwillingness to take out time for them or their disbelief that you would do such a thing for yourself change the goal and the path of where you're heading. And with that said, tip number 5 is accept the guilt because it's part of the process. Can we talk about the mama guilt for a second? Okay. So a lot of people have already asked me, what has my mama experience been about? And I'm going to give y'all some more nuggets and information and tea about that. The career guilt though, that I should feel more available or I should be more available. Guilt. I felt it all, y'all. But here's what I've learned at a nice and settled 41. That guilt is just proof that you're breaking those old patterns and also putting in the effort to build new and stronger lasting ones. Let's talk about what's really going to try and stop you. Comment if any of these hit home for you. Cultural expectations, especially if you're the one breaking the mold. Family traditions, because no one in our family has ever insert thing here. The comfort zone trap. It's not that bad here. The timeline pressure. You're too old to start X, Y, and Z. Health guilt. I should be working instead of working out at the gym. And the selfish stigma. Taking time for yourself means that you don't care about others. It's all a lie. All of it. Want to know how I handle these? I remember, and I keep bringing this up, how I ignored my health for years when I was very young. That burnout, it didn't just affect me. It ended up affecting everyone around me. Now I know that taking care of myself isn't selfish. It's the most responsible thing that I can do for myself, my family, and my future. I faced every single one of these roadblocks. And guess what? They're all just noise when you're actually locked into your vision. Tell me in the comments what roadblocks are holding you back the most. Your homework this week, pick one area where you need to be more selfish. One area. Maybe it's blocking off study time or alone time, or saying no to those plans that actually drain your energy. Start small, but stay consistent. Remember, I didn't build my life overnight. It was one selfish decision at a time. And at 41, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Every time I choose myself, every time I stay locked into my goals, every time I was selfish about my dreams, it paid off amazingly. Not just for me, but for everyone around me. Because now I'm able to show up as the best version of myself, as a professional, as a mama, as a wife, as everything. Drop your comments below about what you're going to choose to be selfish about in the future, in this next week, really. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more real talk with your girl, because you deserve to get the life that you more than deserve. Until next time, remember to lock in and stay focused. And don't let anyone make you feel guilty for choosing yourself. All right, bye, y'all. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace.